Getting home, 5 minutes late to my show. 5 minutes late to the show. 8 minutes late. Late.
The micro and the macro. In the micro, you'd say, nah, come on. The Celtics can get two guys off the street as long as they have White, Tatum, and Brown and win the next round. So that's not really a big... It's like you read Consumer Reports and you buy yourself a 2024 Jeep Wrangler. And then you read the report, and it says, well, it's got problems with the steering. There's some suspension issues. There's electrical problems. The engine's not working properly. The drive system's not that great, and all that. But it looks good on the outside. Like Porzingis on the outside, you're like, wow, it looks pretty good. But then that other stuff. And the other thing that we've learned from being a professional gas bag all these years, and I'm sure you are no different than me just watching sports, that when you have a calf injury, it's often an appetizer. It is an appetizer to the main course, and the main course is a snap, crackle, pop of the Achilles. It's a foreshock. It leads to a bigger injury. So the Celtics do not need the unicorn at this point in the next round, and likely even in the Eastern Conference Finals. So they can put him in bubble wrap and then watch him get hurt when he comes back in the NBA.
Taking my boots off.
It's going to be a little less painful. Now, speaking of injuries, we head now to Tinseltown. The Lakers out, but the Clippers are not out of the playoffs. They're squared
Clippers
up
injuries.
Now, best of three playoff matchup. Clippers and
Everybody's injured in the NBA playoffs. Nobody's ever Nobody's ever been healthy, so don't listen to injury reports. One boot. I hit 950. First day of May. 31 days in May. King Bob 6969. Welcome to my show. Let's put up some things so they know who is it. Put some things up. What is this? Annette Co wants to know. This is my show. So hit the bell. Hit the bell. See who can show up the fastest. Let's finish that drink. Bush Camp Dad. That's not the name of my show. I'm a wizard. I'm a shaman. What's the difference? A wizard has arcane magic. I don't do arcane things. I like earth, fire, and lightning. Shaman spells, healing spells, resurrection, water walking, all that shit. Summon elementals. Whoa, Black Betty. They play that at 4 o'clock in the morning.
All right, for Newbie Night, if you'd like to be part, 877-99 on Fox. You can waltz right in here, 877-996-6369, and be part of the program. Also, Also available on X at Bane Mallet. That's at Bane Mallet. We've got Mayoral Mayhem. And go buy a ticket. We'll get to that and a bunch of newbies. What a night. We'll get to all of it. We will do it next. That was a dramatic pause. Because now...
Floor destroy.
Or whatever. Oh, there we go. Number 2. See, Lorena she didn't have the hand up. Now she has...
Hello from my bunker.
The Hour 2 library. You put it on long enough, it is time to replace your tires. Tire Rack has tires that will elevate your drive. Touring tires for commuter comfort, performance tires for sporty handling, all-terrain tires for on- and off-road adventure. Go to TireRack.com to get started. Not sure where to begin? Use the Tire Decision Guide. I've done it myself. If I can figure it out, pretty simple. Get a personalized tire recommendation, the right tires for how, what, and where you drive.
When I was a Boy Scout, my family was too cheap to buy me a tent. So, sleeping arrangements at camping, I'm sleeping by myself without a tent. Tents are for pussies. That's a tough one, Warframe. I'll get back on it. I don't like the 400-meter dash. I don't like hurdles. I mean, does anybody like hurdles? That's the worst race. Steeplechase sucks. This guy gets it, huh? Your favorite races? My favorite race is Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, where Charlie Brown's race and only Charlie Brown matters, okay? Listen to Race for Your... Let's have some... I love this guy. New subscriber! Thank you, Jake. That's your dog's name? Have I heard of Queso, Picasso? I don't know. Vodka or whiskey? I don't know. I'll take the whiskey. It's probably worth more. Vodka's kind of like not, there's no value in it. Vodka's crap. Fucking Nabisco saltines. What do you think? I want my national bakery. This way. It's a new day. Oh, my least favorite ethnicity. I don't have a favorite. I like my dad's ethnicity because nobody knows what it is, so nobody knows what I am. I like my ethnicity because I don't know what it is. You don't know what I am. If the EMP hit, what's my plan? Put on the Gore-Tex. Put on the basic daily uniform. Put on the boots. You get head. I don't have a head. My only head cover. If the entire world blows up, what do I do? I probably just want a video game because that's not reality. I just saw a guy beat a video game and the world didn't even blow up. So, what are the odds? My favorite brand of chips? Tortilla chips, gluten-free. My favorite kind of hamburger has no sesame seeds, but I hate sesame seed buns. I'm picking off the seeds. I paid for cheese. Where's my cheese? Motherfucker. There it is. There's my cheese. They want me to sing. The first song that comes to my head is the Washington Redskins theme. When's the last time I got my turd cutter licked? Twenty 2010, maybe 2009. Oil brick stroking. Oil bricked up and stroking, huh, Dwight? Do the thug shaker.
Justin Cooper, and he's a UH Bronco fan. A Bronco fan. And I'm live at TireRack.com, Fox Sports Radio Studios. It's Ben Malcolm. Well, that's the reason that we have pro bouncy ball. Because of Randy, that's Randy Norman that dropped it was played. Randy Norman back in the day. As we continue a newbie night next hour, we will have. I'm not promoting it because we need content. Queen of Hearts. If you want to send a question in about relationships, life, anything at all, and we know that our friend Lorraine will go anywhere, any direction. So hashtag Queen of Hearts. And we'll also take calls for that if we have time. So that'll be coming up next hour. And later this hour, we have Mallard of the Third Degree, Mayoral Mayhem. We'll get to that, Mayoral Mayhem. But right now, let's go to the phones and say hello to Rich.
What the fuck is a King?
Hello, Rich. Welcome.
King cigarette. Never heard of such a thing. About 100 100. What's a king cigarette? Utah Jazz, favorite team of all time. I started as a Clipper fan. I watched the Clippers in 1991. Larry Brown, first year. So we're still, the national media is still controlled by the 1990 Clippers. Okay, you still Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is still the goddamn boss. So I was watching Doc Rivers play in his prime. He never got any better than he was when he was in the playoffs. When I was watching him my first year, I was like 15. I started watching the NBA when the Clippers were good. It didn't last long, okay? I'm not gonna roll my own cigarettes. But I wouldn't even smoke one if it was rolled up. I can't stand rolled cigarettes. Nothing is worse. I just unplugged my radio. The radio came unplugged. Can't see it. Packing machines always get clogged. They use the packing machine in Cincinnati all day long. They'll fucking give you tobacco and let you pack them yourself. You go to Kentucky, you buy the tubes and the tobacco. You come back to Ohio, and in Cincinnati, you make your own cigarettes. Yeah, Levi. It's all you can smoke in Cincinnati. They got so much tobacco. They buy a bag this big and they just put it in front of you and they say roll them and smoke them and hang out. They don't want you to leave and shit. Okay, they get paid, but they get paid because you stay. Okay. At least that's how rehab works. Most people will run away just to find cigarettes. So you keep all your clients doped up, and until you can find a place where not even tobacco is legal, you'll never be clean. You'll be going to AA meetings with the coffee junkies, the tobacco junkies. Okay. I like going to AA meetings. It's just like being live, but people get tired of they run out of people to talk. Eventually you'll get a turn to do a lead. So I've done my lead speeches in Cincinnati, many speeches in Cincinnati. Bro, there was no social media in 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2014. I was giving speeches in Cincinnati, bro. That means I was up in front of people and speaking. That means they know me. People know me. I don't want to come there and just be somebody they don't know. It's important to participate in your community. When infiltrating, they never quite let me all the way in. Was I slurring at the meeting? I would always speak in the basement at the church. The bikers wanted to listen to me because all the Harley Davidson guys, they go in the basement. They're closer to their bikes. They can go out. They can get on their bike quicker after the meeting. Yeah. I'm awake until 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock every day, and I wake up, 2 in the afternoon roughly. So you could say from 2 in the afternoon until 4 in the morning. Those are the 14 hours I'm most likely to be available. Okay. I'm very likely unavailable at 6 in the morning until after lunch. Okay. All right. I hope I recover quicker before. Sometimes you get a really good night's sleep and you can participate with lunch at lunchtime with the normies. I missed every free meal last month. I missed every free cup of coffee. I missed every free lunch and dinner because my schedule revolves around this show, not other things in the world. Now it's May. The average human being is a 28-year-old Chinese man. So what would you call the average, a disabled Chinese? Well looked after by, they have more father figures than you. They have more responsibility in their immediate family than you. Okay? I call a disabled Chinese baby lucky or blessed. China is great. China's our friends. Everybody's our friend. We got the money, and that's all you need to get along. We're in the money. We're in the money. We got a lot of what it takes to get along. That song. But that's the only song anybody with money should sing. They asked me to sing earlier today. The only song I should see is I'm in the money. It's payday, by the way. It's payday, by the way. Okay. I'm in the money. I got a lot of what it takes to get along. Okay. I'm right next to Chinatown. The main gate to Chinatown is across the street. I can almost see it but yeah, I'm just stuck in a dirty motel in the financial district, not the Tenderloin, okay? Not in the Tenderloin. But I just went. I just went to the Tenderloin and came back because they got the sweet deals. Yeah. Oh, there's a difference. What is the Tenderloin? It's a neighborhood north of Market, south of Russian Hill. It's in the Polk Gulch. It's it could be redistrict. They could redraw the boundaries of the Tenderloin real soon. Yeah, you might see me all the time stealing bikes at Golden Gate Park. I just want to confess right now. I never stole one bike in my life. But I did shoplift a lot when I was a kid, don't get me wrong. I haven't shoplifted since 2001. That's 23 years. The Tenderloin is an awesome place. It's better than the Castro. There's a lot of girls on Polk, okay? Yeah, sure. It's a little it's clubby down there. People pay a lot to eat on the sidewalk. All the way down Polk. But when you get to the top of the hill, there's not much going down to the beach. Of course, it's all on the Market side. Yeah, the grimy part. I spent a lot of time in the Polk. I don't go to nightclubs in this town. I'll go to the Hustler or Crazy Horse. That one hits harder. The Army is looking good on YouTube. Did you know? I officially announced the U.S. Army YouTube takeover, in which nothing in this entire world has ever impressed as much as my U.S. Army. We're the victors in all of the best videos. Every single, all the number one hits trending every day. I've never felt more popular in my life. Now, all the attention on our U.S. Armed Forces doesn't go directly to me, and that's a shame. But we all live, you know, we appreciate all the attention everybody gets. It all comes back, you know, and I like to respect my forefathers, our fighting fathers, and nothing else on YouTube is. You shouldn't have a channel unless you are a reputable source of army of the army. You know, if you're slandering my country and my army, you don't belong on YouTube. So I will remind you, this is a takeover, because people want the videos that look good, and the only person that ever looks good in this video is the U.S. Army. Now, there weren't a lot of videos back in 2001 and 2002 when I served, but that's okay. The pressure to serve while being recorded is slightly different. The Army has evolved, but at the same way, every force has already dealt with it. So it's commonplace now. Our police force is more well equipped than well, I can't really tell you how equipped. I don't think we have body-worn cameras in our army yet, basically. So we're still moving around. You can't watch us because we have approval. We can do whatever we want. I don't need to make a show because I got credibility. We have bragging rights. When you have bragging rights, that means you can talk about it for as long as you want. So it's okay. I'd rather have bragging rights than a video so you can experience. You can't experience what our experience in the Afghanistan was. You can't. Greatest invasion of all time. But Serbia sure went down a little quicker. 1999 was truly even more spectacular. So my hats are off to the Kosovo liberation effort. Okay, I'm telling you. Bengals, Rams, and U.S. Army channel. That's what we got right here. You found me. Call of Duty was the first Call of Duty made YouTube famous. Yeah. But now the Army has surpassed Call of Duty. Or the Army itself, just being there, just the mere existence that we're running missions that you can't see in your stupid little video game means that we're beating you. The Bills? What do you mean Bills? The commissioner of the NFL was thankful for you for momentarily dominating the platform last year. But even the NFL's foothold on YouTube is nothing in comparison to the World War archives and U.S. history preserved on YouTube for the history. And I am a partial ambassador. Go watch some U.S. Army videos. Yes. And when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I would like to thank my U.S. Army and my family and my God. But you have to put them in order, otherwise if something's not more important, then nothing's important. Something's got to be more important. That's why I take my army, my family, and my God. Hi, Blinky. Nobody's gonna make a mockery out of me. Public speaking, that's what I do. I gave my first public speech in 1990 when I was 14. I got such a rush, I couldn't remember anything I said. I was just like, why'd you stop me from talking? That was... People are saying hello. Thank you. More speeches to come. It's nice. They should just call it the Army Tube, because we dominate this shit. There's not going to be a... Go find the story of my army getting their ass kicked and put it in the... And I'll be like... Poor guys from Oakland, I know. You know, every single day I'm getting another U.S. Army video. What are you getting? You gonna get some X-Men? You gonna get some Fallout? No, I'm getting Army videos every day. And then I make one. And then I make my Army video. I'm a critical link in the communications. My run at the top in San Francisco, I've been producing content for 8 years. It's not bad. Longer than Roman reigns. Will you acknowledge my reign? Acknowledge me. You will acknowledge me. Good hit. Looking for the one. This is me acknowledging Teddy. I don't need every now and then. I'm just like Roman Reigns myself, man. Me and Roman Reigns. Me and Roman Reigns. We're confused by our overlords of Cincinnati, because Cincinnati owns Hawaii. The richest people in Ohio. The Bengals owner is a Chinese guy. He lives in Cincinnati. He lives in Ohio. The Bengals minority owner, 5% stock, lives in Hawaii. He is The Rock's boss. He is the guy that says we don't wrestle. We don't have wrestling in Hawaii, wherever The Rock and his Polynesian heritage is from. Okay. You like The Undertaker? I never liked The Undertaker. Not one single day. Not even when I saw him with my own eyes in Texas on the army base charging money for signatures. Oh, thanks. Who's important here? Why am I writing my name down on your shit and you're making me pay for it? It wasn't that way. He would sign his book. Mike Brown still owns the Bengals. Mike Brown is a winner. He just simply rules. That man rules. Who is charging? Andre died at a really bad time. If he could have produced one more year of content, it would have been nice. Okay. Then again, Andre died at a really good time when wrestlers didn't know how to produce content. IRL content. The Undertaker, you just said it. There's some kind of meme where you're not supposed to say his name. Dude, what's his real name? Undertaker real name? Mark Calloway? Can't even remember. Such a boring, no talent bum. Yeah, I'm never gonna be, hey, write down this guy. He's talented, Mark Calloway. That never happened. Yeah, I'm talking about a minority Chinese owner who lives in Ohio and owns the Bengals. Now, I had a running back on my team who played for the Hawaiian Rainbows. He broke his neck and he lives in a wheelchair now. Paul Bear. You can see him from the back row. If the audience can tell who you are, then they'll remember you. The only thing people remember at wrestling is who were the weirdos, who looked the weirdest. Paul Bearer, he looks the weirdest. You compare him to J.J. Dillon, he should probably dress up like J.J. Dillon, but J.J. Dillon looks like you should be on a golf course. Okay? So all people remember is who looks the weirdest. And the weirdest looking guy was actually, he came out with Kamala, and he had the safari hat, and he had a big black hole on his middle of his face. And he was the guy that came out with Kamala, he was the weirdest. I don't like Paul Bear or Brother Love or talking like this, like I'm in church, friends. Like I don't like the Southern. They both do the same thing. Paul Bearer talks just like Brother Love, and they both started talking at the same time. Like, who came in and decided this is how we're going with it? And that's when I stopped watching, because I did watch WWF until the Macho Man left, which was like '94, WrestleMania 7, and after you watching that crap in '95. What's wrong with you? The companies, as soon as the Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl, it was actually right when the Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl is when WWF wrestling became the second best wrestling show. It's only because the National Football League had a 14-year winning streak on the AFL that Atlanta defeated the National League Tampa. And Atlanta is more of a American team, American League. Let's look at baseball standings. MLB standings. So I'm going to look at the American League standings. And I'm looking at the National League. The Braves are 19-9. Pick up your toys and get ready for bed. Don't make me say it. Yeah, a lot of things ever since Denver started winning. The world has changed ever since Denver has started winning. But that's 1997, right? Yeah. Crank up the radio as the hours flips. They said the Lakers might take Warriors coach Steve Kerr. I don't think they should pay Ohtani either, but they do whatever they want, and I support their decision. I'm not going to complain. They're supposed to be spending the money on the rookies and giving it to the younger players, not giving hundreds to some Japanese guy. Okay. I can't stand Peyton Manning, but he was really good. The year they didn't win it was at 2014. When Peyton first came off his injury. and he lost the Super Bowl. And then he accidentally beat the Carolina, and they got mad. And Steve Kerr was just a guy. Okay, Steve Kerr was a really good player, but there were honestly better players from Yugoslavia. You compare Steve Kerr to all the other white guys, and I guess he would be in the top 5 or top 10 starting. They all had to play each other. The Kerr's a little midget, dude. He's scrawny. The guy's a good bench player, really good bench player. I wouldn't trust Kerr to be a starter. Wasn't even a starter, basically, guys. Bro, the dude's not a starter. I'm not. Dude wasn't. I don't care, bro. I'm about some bench player. Okay. Kurt Rambis was a bench player. He had more hype than Kerr, but the NBA, a lot of the hype comes off the bench. So Rambis never was clutch. He wasn't clutch. Kerr was clutch once. He made 1 3. Talking about a guy that made 1 3-pointer in the clutch, and nobody remembers any of the shot he took. Utah Jazz. I like the Brewers and the Reds, okay? Because I like the chance to listen to Bob Uecker, which is rare. He hasn't been in the World Series. I want to listen to Bob Uecker. I've seen the story of all the other baseball teams 100 times. So as long as, and then the Reds really suck. Oh God. Is Joey Votto still playing? So I'm trying to check. I'm just waiting for this Joey Votto era to end. He's been on the Reds since 2007. I'm gonna take Hulk Hogan because Andre the Giant sucks. Old wrestling sucks. So and Andre's videos are not that good. So you take the entire library of videos. Hogan had a better run. Andre is like, you think you saw him do something. Nobody's seen half the shit on. Whoever forgets what Andre did. I'd rather watch Mr. T than Andre the Giant. I'll take the Macho Man over Hulk Hogan. And my favorite, I'd take David Flair over any of the Rhodes family. Yeah. So Ric Flair's son you put some respect on David Flair. Okay. That's why I watch WCW. I don't care what happens on some other show. I'm pure to my heart, a WCW fan. Ultimate Warrior or Macho Man, I would have to take Macho Man. Ultimate Warrior sucks. Yeah, that's right. He's about as good as Sting. And Sting is like my least favorite WCW guy. You know, I don't like the way either of them came in. They lackluster careers. Sting wasn't successful. They just extended his run, and it became successful. You know, Sting was a failure. He couldn't draw a dime. The Warrior was so successful, nobody wanted to watch Sting. But then after the Warrior disappeared, they would settle for Sting. Okay, guys. Okay, here we go. Here's the Warrior. Oh, it's a Sting. It's the Stinger. Okay. It's kind of like Andre the Giant. Here's Andre. Here's Andre. No, here comes a Hulk Hogan. Okay. We are positive on the sub count. Positive sub count. Yeah.
He's the marble man. He's as sharp as a marble. My
It's-
God, careless and clueless. And we're still missing several pieces.
I take Patrick over SpongeBob, but
You kind of know what the puzzle is, but you don't know there's a couple pieces.
because Patrick, his name is better. Patrick Starfish sounds better than SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah, that's like 4 words. SpongeBob SquarePants. You have to say or Patrick Starfish. That's 3. I don't watch Nickelodeon NFL stuff. And the Bengals won't be on Nickelodeon this year. The Bengals will not be on the Nickelodeon Starfish commentary show. Yeah, that'll be like the Saints game. Enjoy that. They do that at the Superdome. The Super Bowl. That's why the Super Bowl is there. The NFL preseason is really more for the production companies and the event staff. It's not for the players. So you need to have a 3-game preseason so you can test the new broadcasters. So we have women broadcasting in the minority broadcasting in the preseason, underage kids in the preseason. Oh, you know, the preseason is a place for the public to get a job or to start working, to do volunteer commentary in multiple languages. You can be translating words. You can do it anything you want. Alter the broadcast at your leisure. I got a whisper from the NFL on Christmas last year. I just hope they don't block me in their chat. So I said, yeah. I got the Bengals losing this year. I think the Rams have a better chance at running it this year. The Bengals look suspicious this year. I got a hamburger on. My hamburger. Anybody could potentially win this year, honestly. Anybody. that it could be Atlanta this year. It could be anybody this year, not the Patriots. Anybody. It's totally open. The NFC is open. Everybody thinks you can't compete with the 49ers. Nope. The NFC is open. They're going to play 20 games and then the preseason starts. And then 49ers, they're bringing the same guys back that have been playing the last 4 years. They're going to get worn out. We don't have a bunch of young guys coming into San Francisco. The Lions have very young guys that are expected to push really hard this year. Okay, the NFC North might have 3 playoff teams. That's a normal in the NFL. Other people think that's not going to happen. But ideally, there'll only be 1 playoff team from the West, the 49ers. The Rams, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals usually just don't make the playoffs. So then in the South, only the winner will be like 8 and 9, and they'll win it, and none of them will. So there'll be 2. Then you have six more slots. In the AFC East will be like the top 2. You get 2 people from and then you get 3 people from the North, which will be like Vikings, Packers, Lions, and the Bears. No Bears, okay. But you're thinking. You said Bears. It is a toss-up in between Vikings and Bears, okay. But the South, the team in the South could be really healthy, especially if the Saints have home field advantage. The South has home field advantage in the Super Bowl, essentially. Now always expect 3 teams in the North to make it. That's just so there's going to be, you could just pencil in Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Nobody's going to eliminate Pittsburgh until the goddamn playoff starts, okay? So Pittsburgh always has their little name in there, okay? And then the Bengals, to fool the public, they're not going to be that good this year. But they could run it if they get the opportunity. If all the other teams, the Bengals. They still have to go through the Steelers. They still have to go through Baltimore. They still got to go through the Chiefs. That's hard. We don't know who everybody has to go through San Francisco. Or San Francisco might have to go somewhere this year. San Francisco doesn't care. We'll play everywhere. We don't fucking care. We're from San Francisco. We don't care where you fuck. It belongs to us. It belongs to us anyways. All your shit belongs to us. Even Pittsburgh belongs to us. I'd love to see the Chiefs come back, but they're still going to have to first win the West. And if they don't win the West, a Chief wild card run is not going to happen. So they better be at home in the first round. If they don't stay in Arrowhead, they ain't going to be in Arrowhead. And the Chiefs, a really good run. If they have 8-team playoffs, if they expand the playoffs, we could still have an 18-game season. We could still have playoff expansion from 7 teams to 8 teams. So that affects the final. Maybe there's a chance that the Patrick Mahomes might not play every game and even could miss a playoff game. Kind of like Baltimore, Lamar Jackson missed a game. We'll see what Patrick does. He ain't playing 20 games though. He has his backup quarterbacks have to look good. There's no place in this world where the backup Patrick Mahomes backups don't get exposure to raise their value. They're not just trying to devalue their entire roster by not playing them. So Patrick's going to miss a lot of games this year. That'll keep his win rate up. He might sit for the most difficult games. He could win the first 4 games and then be jobbing out after that. I mean, the team could be losing without him, and his win rate will stay above 80%. He's at 80% right now. So as long as he stays at 80, he's trying to get to the all-time winning percentage, which the winning percentage moves up very slow, and you don't want any losses. The final draft picks for Raw was people who came out to make the picks. Old people. Bradshaw, because I saw Bradshaw in Afghanistan, so I did accidentally see him on wrestling this week too. It's nice to be to visually confirm. He still looks the same. Mahomes does not have 3 rings yet. He has 2 rings. Nobody's seen the 3rd rings yet. I don't know who Chelsea and Piper are. They probably came out of the NXT. Yeah, so we're waiting on the rings. And it's all about the color of the gems. And a Chiefs ring looks like a 49er ring, so it matches all your nice 49er clothes. The Rams ring has blue stones on it, and a blue stone ring cost more money to make. The red diamond is cheap, yeah. The ugliest Super Bowl rings all belong to Shannon Sharp. It's like that Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl 31. Bro, that's the nastiest ring I've ever seen. Then you got, no, it's not 31. Not 31. Hey, just look at the Bronco rings first, then look at the Raven ring. Look at Shannon, ugliest ring set. Let's see, when did these rings come out? Super Bowl 35 was Shannon Sharp's final ring. He has these Super Bowl 32 and the Super Bowl 33. The Denver, those are nasty, ugly ass, but ugly Denver Bronco rings here. A championship design. The WCW World Heavyweight Championship belt. The Nitro belt. The one that Hogan painted, but you're not supposed to paint it. I like this. I think it's a big silver. Silver just looks better. in the studio. I will take Undertaker over Sting. Yeah, I'm not stupid. Sting has jobbed multiple times to everybody. If there's nobody, Sting doesn't wrestle you once, he's gonna wrestle you 10 times. So he would get some pinfalls. They would trade wins, and people would just boo fake, boo fake. Honky tonk. He said hockey talk. Yeah, the hockey tonk man. Because the hockey talk man says so. Hello? I like the Chinese food. You are invited to communicate with those on this side.
And you can post at and follow our technical producer. She plays all the music and most funny sound bites on the Ben Maller Show. Her first name is...
I know you wish you... I smoke a lot of cigs, and everybody wishes they could smoke a lot of cigs. The American economy is a strange one where we don't have, it's insurance, it's defense. Bro, you can tell me about it after I hit 1,000. Obviously, I'm smoking all the way to 1,000, okay? Yeah! Smoking all the way. Yeah, smoking all the way. Yeah. Smoking all the way. I want a cigarette. El Cheapo. The cheaper, the better, man. I want to save money when I smoke. No. Story. I started smoking in Afghanistan. Oh yeah, I never smoked until 9/11. Yeah. Sorry. They'll give you guard duty. They situate a door. They say, watch this door for 24 hours. So even when you're doing 24-hour guard duty, one pack is not enough. Okay, man, I need 2 packs, man. Remember, the Army is awesome. Army's awesome. See, this is my shirt. See what I said? There's Army. There's Army. Can't read my shirt, bro. Me and Robin. Don't put your lips all over it. Yeah, I love it. And I smoke it because I love it. I love smoking. I love smoking. I don't know that riddle, Stefan. I didn't comprehend. Danny Doyer. Yeah, I was mobilized in the field the same day 9/11. We had just driven like 8 miles out to the field for some training exercise. We're going to stay a weekend in the shooting range or whatever. And we got called back to the barracks during the so I was literally mobilized on 9/11 in the morning. We had a training. Everybody in the battalion had gone out onto the field, and then the towers came down. See, you don't know what was going on because I was there, and then they had to send people there. We went straight to Afghanistan. Stopped in Delaware on the way. My one night in Delaware might be the best night I ever had. I had my own hotel room. Shit, that was nice. Because when I had to share a hotel room with the Armenian guy once. And he was trying to watch WWF Raw during the final Nitro, and we almost fought in the hotel room over the TV remote because I was gonna watch Nitro. But he was very respectful. He had already gotten the spoilers hours before the show. He ended up in my platoon. I saw that guy for the next 60 days. Yeah. Amid Atanasayan was his name. He always carried around a book talking about who has the most nukes. And we called him the terrorist. But he was an Armenian. Even our drill sergeants would say, "Oh, where's our terrorist at?" We'd have, some Muslims in the platoon. We had a diverse platoon of average age of 24. I was like, Anastasia, that was his nickname, Amid Atanasayan. So it said Atanasayan on his shirt, but we called him Anastasia. And he was definitely a militarized kid. And he didn't like to take a shower he was the dirtiest guy. He would sleep in his bed with camo on his face. And he shouldn't have graduated. Hey, but 55 guys in my platoon, 52 graduation, 52 at graduation. Me and Ahmad Tanasayan watching wrestling, trying to join the army. We probably both shouldn't have made it, but he was almost in the top bunk and I was in the bottom bunk, and we split up, and I never actually trained directly with him because I would fail my training like these two idiots. Look at these two idiots. They can't do anything. So I was like, I wanted to pair myself with someone who was a little less idiotic, and Amid got a really nice pairing. Amid and his teammate. Battle buddy. I got an Article 15 in basic training. I'm not perfect. I got multiple Article 15s. Usually for spitting in people's faces. Like that. That doesn't go on your civilian record. That's called indecent assault. Spitting in someone's face, indecent assault. What's the best car? Mortal Kombat and WWF are very similar product because they both were made had games by Midway. It's a very simple crossover. Wrestling characters don't translate to AAA games. You're more likely to see Akuma in WWE 2K than you are to see John Cena in Street Fighter 6. Okay. Akuma in a wrestling game would be really nice. I hate Akuma.
Top record in the American League. Guardians lost to the Astros 10 to 9. Easy 10 innings. Easy for you to say.
So Akuma, the trailer just dropped for Akuma is out now in Street Fighter 6.
4-1 Kansas City 17.
Okay. I try not to play Street Fighter 2. It's a depressing game. I like to play Street Fighter Alpha. Because then everybody's unlocked. I could just say, sure, I like to play Ken, but I want to play Street Fighter Alpha Ken. Okay? I don't want to play regular ass Ken. In Street Fighter 2 because it doesn't mean anything. Ken and Ryu are the same. So I was like, I play Street Fighter 2, I'm as Ryu. Oh, well, you might as well play Ken. You're not going to be any better at Ken. He's the same fucking character. So I play Alpha. By saying I play Alpha, that means he is definitely a different character in Alpha. There's no version of Alpha. You cannot buy Alpha 3. It doesn't exist. You have to play it on Dreamcast. I had a Dreamcast. I'm not gonna, and I'm glad it's gone. I wouldn't want to keep it around just to play Alpha 3. that they should be available on the new modern system, but they're so afraid of the superiority of Alpha 3, basically holding the entire Dreamcast market up. PlayStation, I mean, those old PlayStation 1 discs, those are easy. Those are the one, all you need. You don't even need a PS2 copy. You just get the PlayStation 1 copy. I love playing as M. Bison in Alpha. I love it. I would like to play leverless. If I switch to a keyboard, I can do the Psycho Crusher way faster than I ever dreamed. I'm charging back now. Listen. Forward, back, forward. Forward, back, forward. You only have to press 3 buttons. You hold backwards on the keyboard, you press, then you go forward, back, and then slap the backboard. Leverless without moving the D-pad. The D-pad is too slow. The D-pad's not fast enough. Moving one finger over 2 buttons, you need a finger on every button. You need a finger on every fucking button. Oil up every button. Oil up your button. Oil up D. Oil up D. Got that 10% battery left. I have to plug it up.
When I think good Chinese food, I think Ireland. I do. All right, well, let's play the game. What kind of work do you do?
He said Chinese food.
What kind of work?
I said that 10 minutes ago, man. I'm telling you, I'm 10 minutes ahead of these fucking.
I got you. All right, very good. Well, let's play
They listen to me. I know who's listening to me. You know who's listening? The head writers are 95.7. The tire rack.
Okay, well, good luck on that.
Fucking bunch of spies.
Too much without enough.
The NFL is watching me, bro. Dude, I got spies, bro. That's why they want to know about my homes. You want the lights out?
Basketball game, he got the first one right. Yeah, not enough. The record is 39 by Chuck Person. He was nicknamed the Rifleman. LeBron James.
Commies, fellow communists.
Oh my God. Derek White now has.
I'm socialist, sorry.
Question number 2. You're doing very well, Ty. Your question 2.
That's why I'm on social media, bro. Bro, this is social media, bro. It's not commie media. Okay? It's not candles. Get the can. I don't even know where the candle is. Can I have my hamburger? I expect Tony Hawk's at the Olympics this year. We're skateboarding there. There's my candle. I don't want to light it. I've always wanted to have a small appetite. I enjoy a small appetite. This is a candle. And what is a pipe bomb? A pipe bomb is a Bengo. It goes Bengal. It's a Bengo. How do you spell? A Bengal is a guy who puts a pipe underneath your house and then the pipe explodes. So the Bangalore is a warlord that tunnels underneath your mountain and blows up everybody. It's a different type of warfare. It's different type of warfare. Bengal War. They say, what type of war is it? You don't want a Bengal War. We'll fill your pipes with gas or whatever. We'll fill your pipes with explosives and then blow your house up. That's what a Bengal War is. Everything underneath you is gonna go bang. Okay. That's how they fight in India. It's how India defeated the British. And then at the same time, the Chinese brought the technology to World War I. That's right. After the Chinese lost to India, is that true? I think I'm a Converso now. To be a Converso is to switch religions. So you convert, that's why it says Converso, okay? The Portuguese Jewish would become Christian as they left Portugal. Then when they go back to Portugal, they act like Jews again. And that's how the Jews were expelled from Spain and Portugal, unless they converted and they became conversos. That's why the shoe says Converse. So you learn to speak Hebrew and you understand your product. Or translates, just basic Hebrew translations go a long way. I had a friend in the army that speaks Hebrew. That's why I take it up as a side project. What's a mind goblin? I don't know. Is it a Dungeons and Dragons character? I don't have any fancy little monster in my head like that, you know. No, it says right here, Mind Goblin is a D&D creature. burger in my teeth.
I know it's very easy to talk about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant last night had 33 points and 17 shots. If you're killing Kevin Durant right now, you probably didn't watch many of the games. Okay, the bigger issue is the construct of this team was a complete disaster. And some of it does have to do with Kevin Durant, but you took a coach. Okay, Frank is a data-generated. He loves data. Okay, he's an over-preparer, and he's a guy who loves the build, loves the breakdown, loves the analytics, loves that stuff. Very detail-oriented. You know who else is really detail-oriented that's a superstar in the NBA? LeBron.
The Russians just landed in Louisiana.
He is like, let's just go out and play. Let's just go out and play. The Doug Godwin.
Haven't gotten news from there in a long time. Good night, Levi said good night. North Koreans are watching a show called Goblin. I like an old show called, I like old 1990s Asian television. Really low-key stuff. Kind of like Golden Girls style shit. You end up watching Golden Girls every day in Los Angeles. It's only safe to eat 1 ounce of curry fish a week. So you should only eat 1 piece of that fish a week. And it's a low quality meat. Got a lot of toxins. It's forbidden by the church. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. So at least get a small portion and eat it correctly. Like don't gorge on crayfish. I have great. In the last 10 years, my brother got a big bag back in 2011. That's 13 years ago. Maybe it was 2010. You got it off Craigslist. Rat beef. Which church? One of the churches out there. Nobody's ever said rat tasted bad. That's for damn sure, okay? If you enjoy a nice crunchy rodent, then that's normal to you. Then it's normal to me. That's reality. And it will never change. Be at one with the rodent in your stomach. When you eat the rodent, tell him you'll see him real soon. Every time you eat your meat, tell it you will see it real soon. Because it's dead, and you'll be wherever it went, you'll be there too. So. pigeon in a nutshell, almost. You tell that big bite of meat you just took that you'll see it real soon. You tell that beef ravioli you'll see it real soon. I had a chicken leg today. I paid $1.75. I'm gonna add chicken legs to my diet every day. All May, yeah. This May, I'm gonna eat fried chicken every day. Pencil my budget. If I eat fried chicken every day, I won't even need anything else. That's right. I'm gonna see those 30 chickens. I'll eat 30 chickens next month, bro. I'm gonna see them all. And maybe it was a cat leg. It was so the skin. I think you eat the ears. You start with the nibble off the ears. It's a feline feast. It's normal. People eat iguanas all over the place. I'm not cooking it. If it's fucking cooked correctly and maybe there's other people eating it, I'm not eating it by myself. Now a rattlesnake, I might catch that and be like, I'm gonna eat this. I can do this. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, this iguana, this is dinner. I'm not gonna try to eat it. I'll be like, this gotta be worth some money. I'm gonna sell this. If I get a rattlesnake, people, no, nobody wants to buy that snake, dude. Everybody just wants to eat a snake. What big meats that they're all after right now? Eating duck is kind of gross, but that's normal. Just get the lamb, eat lamb. My lip, and now I'm thinking about lamb. Here's a delicious plate of bro, look at that lamb chop, no. Look at that. Oh man, let me eat them. Where can I get some? That's what real food. Ooh. Worms under my skin. I got worms. I got worms. It's coming out of my skin. I burn it off. Burn that motherfucker off. Okay. Must have been some. I must have ate some bad lamb. Ugh. Oh God. Oh God. Where's History Hustle at, man? Come on, man. Where's the History Hustle at, man? The minor 49er. My tin, I'm scooping through my content, looking for nuggets. Stephen Kennedy is the leading candidate to be a mod.
Hurricane Castillo, but I tell you one thing, Hugo, be with me.